Hello everyone. This is myself with Ania. I am Ania, and I wanted to just have a quick message for the holidays, specifically for the people with some mental disorders. Not, nothing. I'm not saying we're crazy. I'm simply saying that there is a lot of people who have issues. With anxiety, with depression, with PTSD. And as you have seen before on videos, it's a bit of a struggle for me sometimes too. And I wanted to send a message, like a Christmas message right now, specifically for those people who are alone. Especially right now in Canada, here we still have some restrictions in terms of how many people you can have and whatnot. And it really impacts people who are, specifically who are very depressed or who have anxiety. Holidays can be a very tough time for a lot of people because of their mental issues and because of it brings up a lot of memories, and it brings up a lot of unnecessary pain that you're still going through because there's still very much a stigma against that, and a lot of people do not understand exactly what these people go through. I can tell you it's very hard. It's hard for me, specifically when I was in a really toxic relationship, and my parents my mom would not want to see him in at the holidays with me. I remember when I came, I went to Kingston to see my mom. I was in Toronto at the time, and he stayed obviously behind. My brother picked me up, and it was terrifying to what I came back home to, because even though he was a druggie, he would also suffer from serious depression that most people don't understand, because I was away and I wasn't there. And sure, he had his friends, but I wanted to see my family too for Christmas. And I came home only to find that the TV was never on, ever, because I found the cables unplugged like I did before, because the power surges sometimes that we had at that particular location. So in essence, he spent the entire Christmas almost like laying on a couch, not even eating. So when I went away for a couple of days, he was pretty much alone. He went to his mom's for dinner, for Christmas dinner, but then he was pretty much by himself. So my message right now is to those people who suffer from depression or anxiety or any form of mental health issue, because I know people who have children who have moved away from home, and then they're sitting there alone at this, especially holidays. It's very special and very difficult time for many people, primarily because it brings back lots of memories. So to those people who have that, my message to you is that you're never alone. God's always with you. And at Christmas time especially, we need to celebrate his birth, because that's really what this is about. This is not about having holidays with presents and stuff like that. It's really more of time to spend with the family, and there's a lot of people that are still in isolation because of that. I know specifically in my own family, people who would not even come out of the room to have dinner because with the whole family, because just brings back a lot of bad memories for him. So to those people, I just want to reach out and say to you, you're never alone. And when you are, and if you're in trouble and you have a hard time dealing with it, please reach out to somebody. Reach out to someone who is understanding, compassionate, and understands you and knows what you're going through. Sometimes it's a therapist. Quite often it's actually a family member that can come in and help cheer you up. So a lot of people, like as we went through COVID, suffered from a lot of depression because we were in isolation, away from families. For example, here right now, I'm going to be pretty much by myself with my roommate and with I would say, he was with a retired priest who has still a lot of flashbacks in terms of trying to ruminate, which basically means go over and think over and over through that stuff, and they have regrets, or if their other part, like my family, for example, would come and they see the unity, and they see that we sit there and we never go to bed, whether it's my mom or my brothers, without giving each other a hug and a kiss and saying good night. This is just one of those things that we always have done. Sometimes it's only because we've seen people pass away, and especially at this time, this is a very difficult time for anyone, but specifically for them. And guys, girls, you're never alone. And if you are alone, reach out to somebody you trust, somebody that can understand you, that understands your history, that is not judgmental. Trust that person will actually have the compassion and love for you. And in my case, I have seen lots of older people by themselves, specifically at this time, because their kids are too busy having their own lives. And that brings a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, and a lot of issues. But if you're feeling that way, just remember you're not alone. This really is the time to celebrate Christ, to celebrate, yes, go through your memories, but remember, do not make the mistake of ruminating over regrets, over things you could have done different, because that's just unhealthy. Look at your past, yes, but you are not your past. You are you. You have learned your lesson, whatever it is. Have no regrets. Love and compassion is the number one thing right now, especially for people with any form of trauma, mental disorders. I know people cry sometimes, or they don't have the resources to do anything for themselves, with their kids, for example. And my message is to you is that you're not alone. First of all, you're not. Secondly, reach out to somebody. Don't stay alone. Don't keep it all bottled in. And the most important thing, put your past behind you. Your past is there to teach you something. Regrets are a waste of time. What you can do and what you do about it now and in the future That is what's important. So for those, I appeal to you as one of those people too, because I suffer from anxiety, and next video I will do will actually focus on that, on anxiety, on mindset, and emotional intelligence, what that means, and what that really means to you. And my favorite subject, neuroplasticity. We'll talk about that as well. But for now, Merry Christmas. And remember, you have been loved, even if you don't believe that. You're not alone. God is always with you. So that's my message to everyone right now. And please stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment on what I say. Please put comments in terms of, from a mental health stuff, what you can do with it, what you're going through. Right. I know that the funny thing is that in the social media world, a lot of people turn to Reddit. A lot of kids, a lot of young people. It's scary to see how many people have issues there, and they go there and they're looking for answers. And during COVID, they couldn't even see their therapist, or they couldn't afford the medication. So you have to set your mind, and we will talk about the next videos. That's exactly what I want to focus on. I want to focus on what happens with your brain, the brain hacks you can do to get out of it, how you set your mindset to overcome your past and become your future. What you do today, that's what matters. So this is my message to you. You're not alone. And yeah, you're never alone. Like, leave me comments, leave me messages. There's links to my other social media. You can contact me there as well. I know, and I will tell the story here. A lot of people do not understand what Reddit is about, for example, because it's not the mainstream popular stuff. That's exactly why they go there, because they're seeking answers. So we'll talk about that later. But for now, be happy. Don't worry. There is a song about that, right? I even have a t-shirt with that. And I just wanted to say Merry Christmas. You're not alone. You need to reach out. I'm here. And I watch these things. And I watch my comments, and I watch my YouTube videos to make sure that I understand. So thanks, you guys. Love you very much. And remember, Christ died for you. He was born for you. On Easter, he died. And we'll talk about all that stuff too. How that affects people with mental health issues. How that affects people who are counselors for the mental health. It takes its toll on everybody. So I say right now, you're not alone. If you need to contact me, please do. And subscribe, because I will be talking a lot about that stuff. A lot of research that I've done, a lot of books that I've done, listened to, because because of my anxiety, I can't focus, and ADHD and all that other stuff. I hate those with boxes and titles, but that's what they are, and that's how we understand them today. But there are better things. We'll talk about the no limits We'll talk about mindset. We'll talk about what happens with your brain. What is your brain? How it affects every single thing you do in life, and how you can change that. You don't have to be the brain you were born with or you got through. So, take care. Love you lots. Merry Christmas.